Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Richmond, Kentucky. It is the final day of the regular season for the 2025-26 high school basketball season. And we have got a dandy to wrap it up for you as the Madison Central Indians, ranked number 4 in the state, welcome in the number 1 ranked team in the state in Covington Catholic. And such a big night here, maybe the biggest crowd I have ever seen at a home Madison Central game. I've been doing games for nearly 10 years now here for Wallingford Broadcasting, and this may be the biggest crowd I've ever seen for a home game, and rightfully so. The JV game wrapping up at about 3 seconds to go. It'll be senior night festivities and all the fun that'll take place there. But it is a big night here for high school hoops. I'm Michael Watkins, got Blaine Click here with us. And Blaine, you've seen a lot of Madison Central basketball over the years, and a lot of times these games have that big game feel, but this one even feels different than that.
Michael, I don't know how you set this game up. If you were looking for a game in the regular season that's a made-for-TV game, this is it. Number 1 versus number 3. And the pedigree of these coaches, we all know about Alan Feldhouse, 33rd year. And some of the things I was looking up, just unbelievable numbers. 4 regions, 27 districts, 21 of those in a row. But then the Covington Catholic coach, Jake Thielen, his pedigree, a young guy. He's been a director of basketball operations at Georgia, director of player development at the University of Cincinnati, so All-American player. So this is going to be a great matchup.
It's the Indians and Covington Catholic, the Colonels, coming in. This game's been on the schedule for the last 7 or 8 years. These two teams have ended the regular season with each other. Covington Catholic has had the number of Madison Central, but you know these guys on senior night, they would love to end their senior season strong. We'll pause for a quick commercial break. Our coverage, as always, presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair. When we come back, we'll have the senior night festivities, and we'll dive into our pregame coverage on WBON TV.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky. Back here at Madison Central High School, Michael Watkins and Blaine Click here on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. The Riders Round is back at Chenault Vineyards. Riders Round Series is bringing hit makers to the Vineyard this spring. The voices and the minds behind the songs you know and love, and this music just isn't live. It's the stories behind the lyrics, the moments that inspired them, and the kind of acoustic nights you won't forget. It's coming up this spring at Chenault Vineyards. Like their Facebook page right now for more information, or follow Chenault Vineyards on Instagram. Blaine, we look ahead tonight in this game. I mean, we talked about the importance of it because obviously you want to go into the postseason with some momentum, and both of these teams are expected to make a potential run into a state championship. Of course, look at their regions. It's going to be very tough, especially here in the 11th region. For as long as I can remember, the 11th region has basically been its own miniature state tournament, and it's that way again this year. You look, Bryan Station, Lexington Catholic, who just beat Central a couple of weeks ago. Frederick Douglass, who's always had Central's number, although this year that hasn't been the case. It's going to be difficult to get out of the 11th region. And same thing for Covington Catholic. They got a couple of teams that could knock them off as well.
I was thinking about that region. You know, in this game, though, Michael, if you're thinking about it, a win could really build a whole lot of momentum, but a loss really doesn't.
Correct.
You kind of look at it like you're playing a really good team. Any little thing, one little detail could throw the game either way. So you look at it as kind of a win-win game, as long as nobody gets hurt.
It is senior night, so we will send it down to Barton Nicholson for tonight's senior festivities. We'll be right back.
She's been on the dance team for 5 years, and her favorite memory is winning state her freshman year. Future plans is to attend the University of Kentucky and major in nursing. Senior dancer, Bailey Short. Our next senior dancer, and our last senior dancer, Zoe Truitt. Zoe is being escorted by her parents, Aaron and Aaron Truitt, and her brother, Brody. Been on the dance team for 4 years. Favorite memory, winning nationals her freshman year. Her future plans are to attend EKU and major in occupational science and become a pediatric occupational therapist. Senior dancer, Zoe Truitt. And now, from the cheerleaders, our first senior, Ashlyn Caulfield. Ashlyn is being escorted by her mom, Rhiannon Caulfield, and her brother, Tyler Sloan. She's been in the cheer program for 4 years. Her favorite memory is winning state her senior year. Her future plans is to continue cheering at the collegiate level and major in nursing. Ashlyn would like to say thank you to her family for the constant love and support through each season, her teammates for their encouragement and friendship, and her coaches for all the time they've spent pushing her to become a better version of herself, in and out of the uniform. Senior cheerleader, Ashlyn Caulfield. Our next and last cheerleader, Nichelle Spellacy. Nichelle is being escorted by her parents, Nicole and Owen Spellacy, and her sister, Nalani. She has been in the cheer program for 2 years. Her favorite memory was winning state this season. Nichelle plans to attend the University of Kentucky and major in nursing. And she would like to thank her parents for always supporting her and cheering her on, her teammates for the endless memories, and her coaches for believing in her and pushing her to be the best athlete she can be. Senior cheerleader, Nichelle Spellacy. And now from the boys basketball team. Our first basketball team senior is manager Tristan Kidd. Tristan is being escorted tonight by his parents, Amy and Kevin Kidd. Tristan has been involved with the basketball program for 2 years. His future plans are becoming a successful coach and an NBA general manager. Tristan would like to say thank you to his coaches for teaching him and leading by example on how to be a good coach. He would also like to thank his parents for believing in him and that he will succeed in the long run. Madison Central senior Tristan Kidd. Our next senior basketball player is Luke Asher. Luke is the son of Amanda and stepdad Lloyd Collins and father Steve Asher. He is being escorted by his parents and sister Catherine Asher. Luke has been a member of the basketball program for 4 years. Luke's future plans are to attend college and major in engineering. He is undecided on where. Luke's favorite memory so far was playing in the King of Bluegrass tournament this year. Luke Asher. Our next senior basketball player, Jake Feldhaus. Jake is being escorted tonight by his parents, Amy Huber and Darren Feldhaus. He has been a part of the Madison Central basketball team for 2 years now. Jake's future plans are to play Division I basketball at Belmont University, where he has already signed. Jake plans on majoring in business project management. Jake would like to thank everyone that has helped on his journey, and a special thank you to his parents for their countless sacrifices and time. His favorite memories have been volunteering for Feed My Starving Children, Tracks for Packs, and A Night to Shine. Senior Jake Feldhaus. Our next senior basketball player, Christian Lawson. Christian is a son of Hope and Chris Lawson. He is being escorted tonight by his parents and his 2 sisters, Skylar and Lainey, and his brother-in-law, Alex. Christian has been a part of the basketball program for 4 years. His future plans are to play football at Georgetown College while studying exercise science. Christian would like to say thank you to his coaches for always pushing him and teaching him how to battle through adversity. His favorite memory is his first in-game dunk against Dunbar. Christian Lawson. Our next senior basketball player, number 11, Joe Powers.
Why did I say the number?
Joe is the son of Tommy Lynn and Joe Powers. He is being escorted tonight by his parents and sister Josie. Joe has been a member of the basketball program for 4 years now. His future plans are to attend Eastern Kentucky University and study psychology. His favorite memory thus far has been playing in the King of the Bluegrass tournaments. Joe Powers. Our next senior, Will Richardson. Will is the son of Jack and Mary Lynn Richardson. He is being escorted tonight by his parents, brothers Seth and Evan and sister Kate. Will has been a member of the basketball program for 5 years. His future plans are to attend Eastern Kentucky University and major in chemistry, and then on to the University of Kentucky to pursue dentistry. Will would like to thank his parents and coaches for everything they have done for him the past 5 years, as well as his teammates for always being there and supporting him. Will the Thrill Richardson. Our last senior, Cameron Steele. Cam is the son of Ava and Charles Steele. He is being escorted tonight by his parents and sister Maya. Cam has been a member of the basketball program for 5 years. Cam's future plans are to attend Eastern Kentucky University and major in business. Cam would like to say a special thank you to his parents and coaches for their constant support and always believing in him. Cameron Steele. And one more round of applause for all of our seniors.
Let's come up with it.
Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Jen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carissa designs, or we can custom design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond. Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess you gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive. Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
Welcome back in the WBON TV. As always, our coverage is presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair in Blaine. It won't be long. We'll be digging the mower back out of the shed and doing all the things to make our yard stick out. And Bishop Small Engine Repair has a great line of all the latest brands and models available. And if you have any questions, maybe you've got a mower, you don't need a new one, but you've got a piece of equipment that's messed up on it, whatever the case might be, Bishop's has all of the answers. You can find them online at bishopsmallenginerepair.com or visit them right here in Richmond on North Estill Avenue. They also have a new location in Georgetown as well. Tonight it's Madison Central and Covington Catholic, a top 5 matchup in the state. Some rankings have the Indians number 4, some of them have them number 3, but it doesn't matter where you look, Covington Catholic is number 1. And when you look at their team, top to bottom, they are very well balanced, very well put together. The Indians, however, have a big 3 that in big games always seem to come to play. We'll see if that is the case again tonight, Blaine.
Well, I think Covington Catholic's undisputed number 1. I think you're right. No matter which poll you look at, whether it's RPI or AP or whatever, and they are led, of course, by Athens McGillis, Michael. And if you have a really good point guard, you can go a whole long way in the postseason, and they certainly do. That guy can flat out play.
Yeah, McGillis has committed to a Division II school that has won back-to-back national championships, and they've got a big guy inside in Bradshaw who is probably big enough and physical enough to match up with Jake Feldhaus. The matchup of McGillis is interesting, though, because when you look at who could potentially guard him, Grayson Burton, Will Richardson, those two guys have, for much of the year, guarded the opposing team's best wing player. Burton's got the size, Richardson more of the experience, a little bit stronger. So we'll see who draws that matchup. We might see both of them take him throughout the game, but the X's and O's and those little things will be what make this game so interesting. The halftime adjustments, and if the role players, which role player steps up for either team, those are the things that I think make this game so much fun and so interesting.
Coach Feldhaus certainly has a good feel for that. Those matchups are so important. I remember when I was still coaching, I eventually learned that my point guard couldn't guard a point guard, so he ended up guarding the 4-man on the other team, and we were much more effective after that. So those little matchup nuances are a big part of who will win this game.
Madison Central and Covington Catholic here on WBON TV. We're live on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. The Writers Round is back at Chenault Vineyards. The Writers Round series is bringing hit makers to the Vineyard this spring. The voices and the minds behind the songs you know and love. This isn't just live music. It's the stories behind the lyrics, the moments that inspire them, and the kind of acoustic nights you won't forget. Some of the hits you'll be able to listen to: Brady Seals, who wrote God Bless Texas; James Otto, who wrote Just Got Started Loving You, and so much more. For more information, you can like Chenault Vineyards on Facebook or follow them on Instagram. A very big game tonight across the state. Obviously the biggest game in the state tonight when you look at a top 5 matchup. We've talked about the implications, what a win does for you, what a loss does for you. Really at this point in the year, a win doesn't really catapult you to anything. A loss doesn't either. But for Central, it could be a big momentum builder. For Covcath, it's just having that #1 ranking going into the postseason could mean a lot for them. But either way, both of these teams expected to make a deep run in the postseason.
I was just looking on the bracket there, and we shared this off the air. Looks like these two teams will not have a chance to meet in the state finals. It'll be in the state semifinals if they both make runs through their regions, which will be obviously really difficult. But it would be a nice thought if these two teams could meet again in the state final. They're both certainly capable of it, but the upper bracket of the state tournament is absolutely loaded. Both these teams are in that bracket.
Yeah, I think the Covcath region will face the winner of the Louisville area region in the first round. I mean, that could be a potential state championship game right there in the first round of the state tournament. Now, you look at the matchup here tonight: Indians and the Colonels, and the big names. We talked about McGillis. There's also a big name with Feldhaus, but the fans that are here, you can see right now, Dominique Hawkins, who won a state championship at Madison Central, went on to have a great career at Kentucky and played overseas. Michael Moreno, who was a part of some big games on this floor as a member of Scott County's team, is here. There's a lot of fans that have made their way in, and I told you there before we took our first commercial break, this is by far the biggest crowd I have ever seen in this gym, and rightfully so. A top 5 matchup, two of the best teams in the state facing off, and to close out the regular season, you really couldn't ask for a better pairing.
And both sides, the upper decks are open tonight. Usually just one side, maybe not. Some games I've seen neither upper deck is even opened up, but tonight both upper decks are open, and I'm seeing just a few seats in the upper deck behind us, and on the other side looks completely full.
Now time to take a look at our Keenan Wiley Real Estate keys to the game. Looking for your new home in Richmond or in Central Kentucky, Keenan Wiley Real Estate may have the answer. Right now, they have some beautiful listings at Crutcher Pike Estates, just off Barnes Mill Road. You can like Keenan Wiley Realtor on Facebook for more information. Tonight, the keys to the game for Madison Central. We talked about it in one of the commercial breaks, Blaine. The role players have got to step up tonight. We expect Feldhaus and Asher and Burton to get their 15 to 22 points, but it's Will Richardson, it's Joe Powers, it's Cam Steele. Can those guys combine to get you 15 to 20 between the three of them? That could be a key for the Indians tonight. And, of course, when you're playing a big game, your stars have to play like stars. You need Feldhouse and Burton to go out there and do their thing tonight.
Well, I was kind of thinking on the way over, I don't always think this, but in this particular game, I think Central's best opportunity to win is to score is under 70.
Yeah.
Covington Catholic, they were averaging, I think, 82 points a game.
Yep.
That's third in the state, so they do like to run it up and down the floor. And I don't think that you always have to try to keep the score down to pull an upset if Madison Central winning this game is actually an upset. But I do think in this case, Central needs to keep the score under 70.
Yeah, the Indians like to get out and run, but they are good at kind of picking their spots. They don't like to force it, but if you get Feldhouse on a fast break, barreling down, there's nobody in the state that wants to stand in front of him. So that could be a key tonight, too, is maybe getting him out in the fast break some, getting him going early. You want to try to get one of those two guys, whether it be Burton or Feldhouse, some easy looks in the early going to try to get them into a rhythm. And then after that point, maybe you can just kind of feed them the rest of the game. But, again, that's the kind of ins and outs of these two programs and those two head coaches who are so good for a reason. Despite the kind of youth and inexperience for the most part from the head coach of Covcat, he was chosen for this job for a reason because he has got quite the pedigree despite the young age.
But, you know, something's really never mentioned, Michael, about Coach Feldhouse, and something I've noticed is his teams always are on the attack.
Yeah.
So you don't really think of him as a guy that likes to run it up and down the floor, but they do. And every time a player catches the ball, they're in attack mode. And that's on both ends of the floor, and they've always played that way, his teams have. So they're not holding it, they're not resting, they are attacking on both ends.
Those are your Keenan Wiley Real Estate keys to the game. You can like Keenan Wiley Realtor on Facebook for more information. We'll step aside for our final commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at our game time temperature. I'm kind of done trying to figure out the weather in Kentucky. I mean, we've been rolling the windows down for the last couple of days, and you look at the forecast for the weekend, we've got up to 8 inches of snow potentially coming our way. So we'll talk about that, and we'll give you our Star Watch tonight. There's plenty of those. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're right back on the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. We're live on WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Buying this boat was a total no-brainer.
Okay, I get it. You say no-brainer and the guy with no brain shows up.
I'm sorry, we met our new boat.
For a new boat? You don't call me. You call State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
There?
I was gonna say that.
He's right. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage for your new boat and your RV. It's kind of a no-brainer. Easy decision.
All right.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of living with the pain and discomfort that comes with getting older? If you're like me, then sometimes just getting up can be a challenge. At Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy in Richmond, their experts are here to help get you back in the game. Whether it's a sports injury, recovering from an accident, or just the aches and pains that come with age, they'll connect you with someone who can put together a personalized treatment plan and deliver long-lasting results. Visit osptky.com to get started, or go by and see former Madison Central graduate Heather Kleins.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Honor, integrity, excellence. When it comes to protecting your home, rely on the experts who have served our country. At VC Veterans Contracting, our mission is to make your home feel safe. Our customers constantly rate us 5 stars for our expertise and professionalism. Trust your roof to the veterans who served. Call VC Veterans Contracting today or scan the code on screen for a free quote. VC Veterans Contracting, your roof, our mission.
Welcome back in to WBON TV and the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. Be sure to head on over right now to the Chenault Vineyards Facebook page, and you can follow them on Instagram for some great events coming up this spring and into the summer. Some great live performances and all kinds of fun to be had at Chenault Vineyards. We'll now look at our game time temperature brought to you by Madison HVAC. We told you going into the commercial break, I saw online today a potential of up to 8 inches of snow coming in this weekend. I don't know about you, Glenn, but I had my fair share of it the last couple of weeks.
That ice storm was crazy.
It was brutal. I mean, it didn't go away for 2 weeks. I know over in Estill County, you guys didn't have school for basically 2 weeks.
All I tried to do was stay on my feet for about 2 weeks.
But yeah, 35 degrees coming our way on Sunday. Right now here in Richmond, it's 48 degrees. And we know, again, we've seen it. The last 2 weeks have proven it. The weather in Kentucky is insane. That's why it pays to have our friends Madison HVAC come out and inspect your heating and cooling system. You know, we've been driving around with our windows down all week long. And again, the snow coming in on Sunday. You can visit MadisonHVACR.com. Let their experts keep your system heating and cooling all year long. They run a great special where they can come and inspect your heating and cooling system, because in Kentucky, you just never know. And it's always better to be prepared. Speaking of preparation, we know these two teams are going to be prepared tonight for this matchup. Number 4 versus number 1. We'll give you our Star Watch when we come back. Back in 2 minutes, folks, and the tip-off is right around the corner when we come back on WBON TV. Kentucky weather is unpredictable. That's why everyone, even other local businesses, trust Madison HVAC.
It's Derek with Madison HVAC. We're here at Mann Chrysler, changing out a rooftop. It's been pretty cold. We're going to go inside and check in with Todd, who is the sales manager, and see if they're excited about getting new heat. They should have heat on this afternoon, and they would be more than happy for you all to come out and check them out, and they'll have a very nice warm lobby for you to hang out in.
Learn more at MadisonHVACR.com. Pruitt & Sons auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
When life gets complicated, you need someone who understands. Since 2003, Blevins Law has navigated real estate closings, wills, estates, car accidents, and personal injury cases with care and clarity. If your family has experienced death or injury, make Blevins your first call.
Blevins Law. Compassionate, reliable, real. Call 859-985-5410 to hire Blevins Law for the win. Office is located at 400 Richmond Road, North Berea, or search blevinslaw.net to contact them today. Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
The holidays can stress even the best planners. Between travel, shopping, family, and everything else, you and your budget can get stretched thin fast. With CVMB checking powered by Bazing, you can make the most of the season. Score shopping discounts, save on travel, get roadside assistance, and even get paid up to 2 days early. All in one checking account that helps you make the most of the season. CVMB. Bank better.
Welcome back into WBON TV as we wrap up the Chenault Vineyards pregame show. And what a big one we've got for you, the Indians and the Colonels. What a fun night it's going to be here as the Madison Central boys basketball team make their way back out onto the court, same for Covington Catholic. And as they do so, it's now an opportunity for us to take a look at our Jerry Goebel State Farm Star Watch. As you turn the page into the madness that comes with March, it brings an opportunity to strengthen your safety net and prepare for the unexpected. At Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance, their wide range of services includes car insurance, homeowners insurance, renter's insurance, life, business, and financial services. They have a special focus on assisting individuals who are relocating to Madison County. Visit JerryGoebelInsurance.com to learn more. And the stars are obviously out tonight. Right there is one of them. And Jake Feldhouse, the top scorer for the Madison Central Indians, was awarded the 11th Region Player of the Year by the KABC today. And Blaine, rightfully so, he has had a tremendous couple of years here in the red, white, and blue for his uncle, Alan Feldhouse Jr. And he is hoping to carry all this momentum and the 11th Region Player of the Year, maybe even Mr. Basketball, into a deep postseason run.
Well, he's certainly a finalist. I wonder if Athens McGillis is actually the 9th Region Player of the Year. I haven't looked that up. I didn't do my research, I don't guess, very well. I don't know if all those got announced today or not.
I'll tell you in just a second. Let's see, for the 9th Region, it is McGillis. So we've got two of the best in the state meeting up here tonight. McGillis, the 9th Region Player of the Year. Feldhouse, the 11th Region Player of the Year.
And the way that system works is that in order to be a finalist for the Mr. Basketball, you have to be voted the Region Player of the Year. So those two are both, and may well end up 1 and 2 in the voting.
Yeah. McGillis, you see him right there on your screen. He is top 4 all time in scoring in Covington Catholic history, and he is just a do-it-all point guard. Again, he's committed to a Division II school that has won national championships in the last 2 years, and his team has had a lot of success against Madison Central. 13 straight wins, and dating back to 2010, these two teams have played 17 times. Central is 3-14 in those 17 games since 2010. So GovCath has obviously had the long run of success against Madison Central, but the Indians can feel it tonight. You know they would love to knock off this Covington Catholic Colonels team one time as they go into the postseason. As you can see right now, Alan Feldhouse Jr. out there. He's about to award Luke Asher with the 1,000th career point basketball, and Luke joins both Grayson Burton and Feldhouse with over 1,000 points. Very rare that a high school basketball team has 3 players that have scored over 1,000 points in their career.
Very rare.
In his high school basketball career,
Asher this season has had a tremendous senior year. Again, he is just one of those kids that can do a little bit of everything. If he gets going, he's hard to stop. 15 points a game on the year and right over 5 rebounds. So tremendous senior season for him, and we'll get the starting lineups here for you.
He's got better size than what people realize. One of the reasons I was anxious to do this game was the crowd.
Yes.
Covington Catholic crowd's always great.
Oh, yeah.
600 boys. And a lot of them come to the game, and they're all here tonight.
Yeah, they always bring a good crowd with them, especially when they're as good as they are. And they'll be in those baby blue uniforms with the navy and white stripe down each. White numbers for Covington Catholic, the blue letters outlined in the white, and the Madison Central Pep section doing their thing, as always. One of the best pep sections in the state, and Covington Catholic's got a good one. They traveled all the way here from northern Kentucky to be here for this game, Blaine.
Well, they've always got some interesting and creative chants.
6'7" senior, number 4, Donovan Bradshaw.
There's Bradshaw. Again, we'll see him probably matched up with Feldhouse. Keep in mind as well, Feldhouse and one of his former teammates, Braden Myrick, the second leading scorer for Covington Catholic, were teammates at Mason County a couple of years ago. They'll meet each other here tonight in this game.
That Myrick name is synonymous with Mason County.
Here we go. Central will have their starters announced.
And now,
One thing that makes this team so special, basically everybody that sees the floor is a senior. Burton, the only sophomore who sees action, and there he comes out in the starting lineup. There's Richardson, the homecoming king this season. There's still I was going to try to go through the starters, but I don't think you can hear me over the crowd. And that's what makes this game so special, the atmosphere. I mean, you can feel it. Folks are excited about this matchup. The tip-off here coming your way on WBON TV. Michael Watkins, Blaine Click, Gage Hill, our producer. Camera guys, we've got Landon Eads, Garrett Stearns, and Copeland Peterson here tonight for this one. And it will be Bradshaw to tip it off with Feldhouse. Indians will go left to right if you've got us tuned in here. On the other side, going right to left, it'll be the Colonels. Glad to have you along here with us, folks. High school basketball putting a bow on the regular season with the top 5 clash in Richmond, KY.
I believe Feldhouse is bigger or taller than Bradshaw.
And they've got him listed at 6'7". Feldhouse has got about an inch on him at least. Veteran officiating crew for the game tonight. And Feldhouse will tip it to Asher. We are underway with the Indians controlling the tip. It's in the hands of Steele. McGillis will defend. They'll bounce it down low. Bradshaw actually takes the matchup with Asher, who turns it over on the opening possession. Here come the Colonels back the other way. It is McGillis crossing over. Richardson takes that matchup. We talked about that. We'll see Richardson and Burton occasionally take that matchup. He's double teamed near midcourt. Bounce it over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw back to McGillis. Number 1 ranked team in the state. Burton. Now McGillis goes down to a knee. They'll swing it around over to Myrick.
It's like Madison Central's really hedging those screens hard, Michael.
And that's one thing, too, I think, as a turnover on the other end. Central, basically 2 through 5, will switch everything. That ball was deflected. It will be Madison Central basketball.
Well, Feldhouse can certainly guard a guard. He's quick enough to do that, so they do have the luxury of being able to switch all screens.
Stava takes the matchup with Jake. Feldhouse has got 2 or 3 inches on him, maybe even more than that. They come near side to Richardson. You can tell some early game jitters as Feldhouse double team deep in the corner. Jake to Burton. Grayson's got unlimited range. He'll go inside the paint for 2. Missed it. Tried to tip it back up. Ball still loose. Steal the reverse. He can't get it to fall. It's loose in the hands of Feldhouse, who will draw the foul. And that's one thing that makes Jake Feldhouse so special. He is so strong, Blaine, that a lot of times what looks like a foul on other players, Jake doesn't even feel it. There took the contact, and he'll go to the free throw line.
It's a lot like his dad did back in around 1988, I think, up there in Mason County. Very strong. People just bounced off of him.
Feldhouse averaging 21 points per game. And at the free throw line on the season, he has gotten there plenty of times. Shoots nearly 6 free throws a game, 70% on the season. Made the first, 1 more to come.
It looks like they're going to guard Feldhouse with one of the Bradshaw. They're going to double down on the post as Will Richardson gets the rebound.
Burton for 3. It'll come off, and there's Myrick with the board. Feldhouse chasing from behind. Myrick will lay it off to Bradshaw. Lets Feldhouse run by, and Feldhouse got the block. Back the other way come the Indians. 1-0 lead on the Feldhouse free throw. Asher saw some open space. Lays it off. Feldhouse for 3. It'll come off. Burton the rebound. 3-0 lead for the Indians.
At least 4 offensive rebounds from the Indians so far.
Central's definitely got the size advantage, but that's kind of been the case against everybody they've faced this year.
People don't realize how big Luke Asher is.
Feldhouse knocked it loose. He'll get the steal. Jake to Asher. Luke with the 2-hand flush. And a 5-0 lead for Madison Central. Colonels bring it up the floor. in the hands of Harney. He'll lay it off to McGillis, who has yet to attempt a shot. We'll change that now. Elbow J will come off. Feldhaus able to tip it over to Richardson. Indians looking for more, already on top 5-0. Steele will slow it down, and he'll reset the offense. Cam with Bradshaw defending. Feldhaus looking inside. They'll feed it to Asher. Myrick with good defense, and back the other way come the Colonels. They'll lay it off. Bradshaw blocked by Feldhaus. Steele with it the other way, coming near side. Cam looking in to Burton. Burton with the defender behind him, kicks it out. Richardson three. It's good. 8-0. Home team with the lead. Timeout, Covington Catholic. And what a start for Madison Central. We'll take a look at the interior solutions by ICL replay. Wide open three, and that was one of the keys. Those role players knocking down those open shots.
Every time I watch him play, he hits them every time. Richardson, of course, his dad from Estill County. I don't think Covington Catholic's got but maybe one or two shots off.
They've had a couple of turnovers, and Central taking advantage of it. Richardson on the year, second in three-pointers. That was number 45 on the year. Burton leads the team with 81. That talks about what kind of shooter he is. But following that three from Richardson, it's an 8-0 lead. Madison Central over the number 1 ranked team in the state.
And Will never takes a bad shot. It's always open. Really heady.
Harney will bring it up the floor for Covington Catholic. Asher now takes the matchup with McGillis. He'll work it in. Steele came in to apply some pressure, but McGillis just so smooth. The reverse layup. And Covington Catholic on the board. 8-2 lead Madison Central. Work it over to Burton. Now in the hands of Steele. Feldhaus double teamed. He's going to have a hard time finding a clean look tonight. Still wide open. Plays it off for Asher. Luke off the glass and able to lay it in. Indians push the lead back to 8. Harney and the Colonels in a hurry the other way. Harney gets it back. He'll drive. He'll take an elbow jumper and he'll knock it down.
Basket by Harney.
Quick answer for Covington Catholic. Central lead is 6. McGillis matched up with Steele. Give it to Feldhaus. Jake, nice backdoor cut. Burton with a reverse. Nice feed from Feldhaus, who draws so much attention, Blaine, that teammates will find a crease and get open.
And they use him to reverse the ball. Madison Central always does a good job reversing the basketball.
McGillis missed it. Feldhaus with a long rebound. Indians will slow it down, being very patient offensively as they hold on to an 8-point lead, looking for double digits here on this possession.
And I'll call a quick hitter here.
Steele over to Feldhaus. Jake trying to find some breathing room. There's not much there. Now it's in the hands of Burton. Grayson to Richardson. Quick three on the way. Not this time. Feldhaus tried to tip it over to a teammate. In the hands of McGillis now as he'll attack on Richardson. McGillis, so good at getting in the lane. He's got 4 of the 6 for Covington Catholic.
People bounce off of him. Looks like Michael's really low. It goes low.
Yeah, he's got good size for a point guard, too.
He's thicker than what it looks like on TV or on video.
Steele swings it over to Asher. Now it's in the hands of Burton. Quick three on the way. Not this time for Grayson Burton. Slow start for him and Feldhaus. At the other end, 3 is up. Comes off. Jake grabs the rebound. Feldhaus will throw it over to Asher. Central slows it down once again. Luke will attack on Bradshaw. Spins in the lane. That's his move. Luke Asher inside for 2. He's picked up the scoring load with the slow starts from both Feldhaus and Burton. And the Indians back up to an 8-point lead. McGillis will head fake. Richardson stays right there with him, and there's the foul. Out top as Richardson picks up his first. Joe Powers set to sub in for Central. Following this dead ball, it'll be your Richardson coming out, so giving him a quick breather. And even more size now in the game. Powers a really good defender as well. He'll take the matchup with McGillis. Covington Catholic in the paint. They'll swing it around over to Harney. Hardy, little bounce pass to Myrick. Myrick working on Burton. Got in the lane. Good defense. Grayson being very physical inside. Forced a tough shot. And the Indians back the other way. Here's Jake. Geyser now takes the matchup. Kick it into the corner. Luke Asher. Again, the Indians being very patient offensively. It's in the hands of Powers. Now Asher's got it again. Bounce feed inside Feldhouse. Jake blocked from behind by Bradshaw.
So it's pretty obvious that the strategy Covington Catholics is using on Feldhouse is to double from the weak side, probably with Bradshaw. But whoever's closest, I'm sure, has been assigned that.
Little lob into Jake. He'll back it up, swing it over to Steele. Wide open, Asher inside off the glass. It comes off. Got his own rebound. I think they're going to call a goaltend against Bradshaw inside.
Somebody hit the net or the rim. It started shaking, so.
Well, it wasn't me. Don't be trying to blame me for it.
I can't touch the rim even if I was down there, but it did. I actually think it did cause the ball to come out. The rim was shaking because I thought it was in.
You give me a ladder, I might be able to touch the rim.
Coach Hall said you thought you could dunk.
Oh, I definitely thought I could. Myrick inside to Bradshaw. A little floater up and in. And the Indians lead back down to 8. Minute 15 to play in the opening period. Asher.
Central always gets the ball from one side to the other really well.
Feldhouse had a clean look for a minute. Again, the physicality as Bradshaw was kind of bounced off of him. And Jake lays it in for a 10-point Central lead. McGillis got 2 defenders in the air. Kicks it out to Geyser. He'll pump fake. Work on Steele. Spin into the lane. Fade away and puts it in. So many good individual one-on-one players. Here's another one on the other side. Grayson Burton. Double teamed. Doesn't matter. The sophomore sensation puts it back to a 10-point Madison Central advantage. McGillis, man, so smooth.
And neither team can stop the other. You're right. They're all so good individually. It's just
the quick answer from McGillis. Central leads by 8. Steele swings it over to Feldhouse. 15 seconds to play in the first quarter from Richmond. Back over to Steele. It means they've got to go with it now. 7 seconds. Steele will make a move. He'll hang. Oh, beautiful feed to Asher, who puts it up and in. As the first quarter winds down, Myrick at the buzzer. Shot will count if it goes, and it does. Three-pointer will count as the first quarter comes to an end. Alan Feldhouse livid that they're going to count that 3. We'll make sure and confirm, but check it out one more time as Myrick, with the quarter winding down, lets it fly, and from three-quarter court, it's 22-15. We'll make sure they count it when we come back in 1 minute on WBON TV.
El Mejor Mexican Restaurant in the Old Richmond Mall is cooking up something special late nights every weekend from Thursday through Sunday. Come in to try authentico Mexican favorites like menudo, pozole, birria, and tacos, tortas, and quesadillas with legendary flavors like de asada, chorizo, carnitas, and el pastor. So hurry in to El Mejor Mexican Restaurant, where they will be open till midnight every Thursday through Sunday with drink and food specials.
Precision Gas Plumbing is affordable, fast, and reliable. A local fireplace dealer that offers gas, wood, or electric fireplaces, grills, outdoor heating options, and propane tanks. They also offer existing fireplace services, gas line installs, repairs, and propane delivery. Serving Madison, Fayette, Laurel, Rockcastle, Pulaski, and other surrounding counties. Trust Precision Gas Plumbing and stay warm and save money on your electric bill. Like them on Facebook or call 859-228-0077.
Welcome back into WBON TV, and Blaine, the three-pointer from three-quarter court for Myrick is counted, so it's 22-15 to start the second quarter, and a big momentum shift there for Covcath as they knock down that shot and then get the ball here to start the second quarter.
That's a great point, Michael. That's just a tremendous momentum shift. Central really played a fantastic, clean first quarter and just completely shifted the momentum of the game.
Burton playing tremendous defense, denying Myrick the basketball. McGillis inside, unable to finish, and Feldhouse claiming that rebound over 2 Colonels that were right there with him. Jake swings it over to Steele. Kick it in the corner, Luke Asher. Had a great first quarter, did Luke. Now it's Burton. Grayson Swings it down inside to Powers. Lost the handle. It's Myrick attacking the other way. Colonels have numbers behind the back. And off the glass. Shot comes off. It's loose. Offensive rebound. Now McGillis wide open for three. And that one comes out. Feldhouse another rebound. And Central will slow it down as Cam Steele comes to get it for Madison Central. Powers on the right wing. Indians lead by 7 a minute into the second period. Both teams have had good looks, but no points thus far through 1 minute of play. Swing it over to Asher. Luke at the elbow. What a nice look. Burton wide open. A little miscommunication there from Covington Catholic, and the Indians push the lead back to 9.
I think, Michael, where they're doubling down on Feldhouse, they're having to rotate.
McGillis just such a quick first step right around the defense of Powers. And Alan Feldhouse pointing at his nephew Jake, telling him that one was on him for the help defense or lack thereof. Still inside for 2. Cam sneaks in for his first 2 points of the game, and the lead right back to 9. Every time Covcath has had a quick answer of their own, Central right back at him. Myrick, oh my goodness, 3 on the way. Comes off. Bradshaw, the offensive rebound. He can't get it to go. Asher there to grab the loose ball. And Central once again slows it down.
I'm surprised, Michael, that Madison Central looks that much bigger in person than they do on film, especially on the front line, obviously.
Yeah, those 3 guys, Asher, Burton, and Feldhouse, all go about 6'3" or bigger. And a foul inside as Covington Catholic called for the personal. They call it on Bradshaw.
Only 1 foul each team in the first quarter, so foul trouble hopefully won't be a part of the outcome of this game.
Long inbound to Feldhouse near midcourt. Guys are really good defense. That's Stava now back on him. Powers now over to Burton. Grayson will swing it to Luke Asher. Luke crosses over, had it poked away. Bradshaw tried to come get it. Both players hit the deck. Now it's in the hands of Richardson. Feed inside to Feldhouse. Double team comes. Asher, open 3. Too hard. And a long rebound. Stava comes to get it. Covington Catholic down by 9. Myrick tried to cut it to 6. Couldn't get it to fall. Long rebound. Bradshaw dives for it, knocks it out of bounds. And the Indians will throw it in.
Right, 26-footer.
Yeah. Myrick's been looking to get a clean shot off. Finally able to there, but unable to knock it down.
One of the best players that Maysville ever had, Sear Myrick. State tournament team back in the 70s. Maysville Bulldogs.
Covington Catholic playing very good defense. That's Arney who picks it up as he was defending Burton. 5:08 to play in the first half. Madison Central 26, Covington Catholic 17. Asher will trigger it in front of a jam-packed crowd in Richmond. Richardson's got it. Wide open. Powers. He'll drive baseline. Joe draws a double team.
Nice job.
Hang, double pump, and put it in.
Through the contact.
McGillis. Oh, nice baseline drive. What a feed inside. Beautiful pass as Stava finds Courtney. And the lead down to 9 for the Indians. Burton bring it across the floor. Still out of the game at the moment, so Burton controls the point guard duties. Feldhouse takes it inside, and 2 free throws coming up for Jake. And again, the physicality of Covington Catholic. Feldhouse is used to that, but the thing is with Jake, you can't wear him down. I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you hit him. He gets back up and normally walks himself over to the free throw line for a couple of chances there.
He's got a great motor. I really believe right now that Covington Catholic, they're doubling every time he touches it on the post, and that's when Madison Central's actually taking advantage of that. That's primarily the shots that have been created have been because of that.
Yeah, the guy that's coming over to help, they've been able to find his guy open and, like you said, taking advantage of it.
Well, they've chosen the first free throw by Feldhouse is good. They've chosen not to guard Feldhouse with Bradshaw, obviously trying to keep him out of foul trouble. It looks like Feldhouse probably quite a bit stronger.
Yeah, the guys that have guarded him, while not the height, seem to have some good physicality to them, even though they're giving up about 5 or 6 inches. 30-19, 4.5 to play. But again, those are those little details that we talked about in the pregame with two of the best coaches in the state, and those little ins and outs of what make those two guys special.
They'll make the adjustments.
McGillis going to be tied up with Powers as he got around Richardson, and the Covington Catholic crowd in front of us not happy with that call. It will stay on that end of the floor with the Colonels. Like Harney will throw it in.
Both teams inbounds, man-to-man on the inbounds, too.
We've got a horn and a stoppage in play.
Inadvertent horn, or?
I think the officials are trying to see who the foul was on. Oh, no, it was Central basketball.
Oh, so somebody got the arrow mixed up.
So they say Covcath ball, and before the Colonels could inbound it, they blow the horn, and it's going to be Madison Central ball, as Asher will throw it in.
And Covcath picks up full court man now. It's like they'll extend their defense.
Harney takes the matchup with Burton, trying to force the Indians to set up a bit further out. Powers is wide open. They swing it over to him. Now up top to Asher. Trying to feed Feldhouse inside. Jake spins in the lane and able to finish. His former teammate Myrick came over to double team. Jake spun away from it and pushes the lead up to 13. Largest of the night thus far. Powers all over McGillis, who lays it off to Myrick. Double teamed back to McGillis. Open three, Harney. Too hard, and the rebound hauled in by Joe Powers. And once again, the Indians will slow it down. Burton, to Powers, up top to Feldhouse. Jake has his defender fall, takes the three. Unable to get it to go. Richardson up high for the loose ball. They'll tie it up, and it will be Colonel's possession, as now they'll be able to throw it in, but they'll have to go full length of the floor for it. 32-19, 3:24 to play, and I think right now, Blaine, this pace and the way this game is going are definitely in favor of Madison Central and how they want to push it.
Well, right now, the defense has just been stellar for Madison Central. So really aggressive, switching all screens and getting a hand up. The size has been the biggest difference.
There's a three from the corner. Covcath hasn't had a lot of good looks, and when they have, they've not been able to make them. Powers with the rebound, gives it off to Burton. Myrick takes the match up here. Knocked it loose. Burton able to go back and grab it. Lost the handle, got it back. Now it's over to Asher. Swing it over to Richardson. Powers looking inside to Feldhouse. Finally able to get it to Jake, and he'll swing it back over now straight away with Richardson. Asher in the lane, his floater. Too hard. Burton tried to tap it in. It'll wind up in the hands of Myrick, and the Colonels quickly back the other way. Myrick steps into a three. No good. Asher another rebound. Throw it up to Richardson. He almost lost it, able to battle it away from McGillis. Asher, step back three. Count it! Luke Asher from deep, and the Indians lead 16. 35-19 your score. Check it out here on the replay. Luke might have gotten away with the travel. Steps into it, steps back, and knocks down the long-range triple. 35-19, Madison Central over Covington Catholic. We'll be right back on WBON TV. While you were stuck inside during the ice storm, did you start to hate your flooring? Were you thinking of making some changes to the inside of your home? Interior Solutions by ICL can help. Now open in Richmond, they can take your home or any other space and take it to the next level. From flooring, bathrooms, kitchens, you name it, they have the solution. Located at 124 Green Circle in Richmond, shop online at InteriorSolutionsByICL.com or follow them on Facebook.
Looking for the best place around to buy and sell your gold? You found it with Planet Pawn at 425 Richmond Road North, the only building in Berea with a gold roof. Whether you're buying or selling, go see Clint, Shane, and the guys at Planet Pawn. They buy anything of value. Need quick cash? Bring in your items and get paid today. Looking for value? You'll find it here at Planet Pawn. Planet Pawn under the gold roof at 425 Richmond Road North, Berea. Cash when you need it and deals every day.
Colonels bring it up the floor. 2:15 to play in the first half. Blaine Click and Michael Watkins here with you. And Blaine, the defense for Central has been the key thus far, but right on cue, McGillis able to sneak by his defender and get in for two. He is so shifty with the basketball.
And he always seems to find a shot after a timeout.
Luke Asher swings it over to Burton, trying to feed it inside to Feldhouse. Jake's got it, double team. Steal. Right back inside to Jake on the block. He'll lean inside. There might be an offensive foul, and it is.
Called a hook.
Yeah, as he spun around, he did hook that defender just a bit. Both guys being physical, and that time Feldhouse will be called for the personal. Minute 45 to play, and if you're Central, you don't want to give up this momentum that you've had basically throughout the first half.
And so far, really, for Covington Catholic, McGinnis has been about the only consistent scorer.
McGillis has it here. He'll drive on Richardson into Bradshaw. Gets it back as Richardson right there to defend. Bradshaw with the floater again. Nice pass. And two more for Bradshaw. Indians lead still at 12. Richardson's got it with Myrick matching up here. Over to Burton. Burton's been quiet here in the first half. Indians go inside to Feldhouse. Jake again draws a double team. Richardson open. Richardson knocks it down. Will's second triple of the first half, and the lead back to 15.
Again, the shot created by double teaming on Feldhouse.
Will Richardson defending on McGillis. McGillis pulls up for three. Too hard. Ball tipped around. Feldhouse claims the board. Long pass to Burton. Grayson steps into a triple himself. Too hard. And Myrick there for the rebound. Myrick crossing over. Kicks it out. Wide open three. Stava good. 38-26. Central back the other way. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Still driving in. Circle it back out over to Richardson. Will with Myrick there defending.
If Central get one shot here, Michael.
Yeah, got to be patient with it. Steele up top to Burton. Back to Steele. Cam working on McGillis. Able to get in the lane. Hangs off the glass and in. McGillis wants to take the final shot from midcourt. Fires it up, and this time the heave won't go, and the first half comes to an end. Madison Central ranks number 4 in the state with a 14-point lead. It's 40-26 Indians over the Colonels as we go to the locker room break. What a fun first half it's been, folks, but we've got plenty more basketball coming your way. We'll be right back on the halftime show. A lot to get into when we come back on WBON TV.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
When it comes to auto service, two things are important: experience and hometown service. Hall & Sons Auto Care is starting their 20th year in business in Richmond. That's 20 years locally owned and operated. Hall & Sons Auto Care can take care of you from preventative maintenance to major engine repair. Hall & Sons Auto Care is also carrying BW towing products as well as rough country suspension and lift kits. Give us a chance to be your auto repair shop. Visit us at 209 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
Cars of Kentucky is a proud sponsor of Eastern Kentucky University Athletics. In Richmond, we bleed maroon. Go Colonels. And when you're ready for your next pre-owned automobile, swing on over to Cars of Kentucky. Cars of Kentucky has vehicles starting at $3,000 and up, so we literally have something for every budget. 356 Big Hill Avenue in Richmond, or check them out, carsofkentucky.com. Let's go Colonels.
Cars break down. Tires go flat. Check engine lights show up at the worst possible time. Don't break the bank fixing your car when ABR Auto Recyclers has you covered. They have good used tires, a huge selection of parts, and they can get a large selection of aftermarket parts shipped overnight. They're just a quick drive down 4 Mile, and you can't miss them on Box Ankle Road. You can save 50 to 75% off retail prices. Go see Scott and the gang or check them out online at abrautorecyclers.net.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Welcome back into WBON TV. Now time for the Gillum's Sports Lounge halftime show and the all-new Gillum's Island here in Richmond. 2 great restaurants with a menu that can cure everyone's taste buds. Gillum's Sports Lounge inside the Richmond Mall and Gillum's Island now open in the South Quarter Plaza. And what a first half lane with the Indians at the moment leading 40-26. And really from the opening tip, Madison Central took control of this basketball game. But obviously, when you're playing a team like Covington Catholic, you can never let your foot off the gas.
Absolutely not. I was just looking at the stats here, Michael. 0 free throws attempted by Covington Catholic. So that's a credit to Madison Central and the way they're guarding without fouling. And then, of course, there's Covington Catholic only shooting 38%. And I think they're 3rd in the state in field goal percentage.
Yeah.
So shooting on the year, they're shooting about 57%, averaging 82 points a game. And tonight, just 26 in the first half. So I fully expect Covington Catholic to try to turn this into a full-scale track meet at some point.
Well, a lot of times in the game of basketball, you know, it's literally just who puts the ball in the basket. And Covington Catholic right now, and sometimes teams have off nights. That has kind of been the case for them in the first half. They had a lot of open looks, and 2 of 10 from the three-point line. McGillis had a couple of good looks, didn't go. Myrick had some open shots that didn't fall. So eventually you would think the number 1 ranked team in the state will start to knock those down. Case could be, however, that maybe that gap is just too much to overcome. We'll see how things play out. But right now, Indians leading at 40-26. Again, here on the Gillum's Sports Lounge halftime show. We'll now take a look at some of the individual and team stats sponsored by Pruitt Auctioneers. Pruitt Auctioneers is the name that sells. With over 25 years of experience in the auction industry, Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers are investing their time and resources into generating buyers to bid on your auction. Learn more right now and sign up to bid at PruittAuctioneers.com. Look at some of the numbers right now. You talked about it, just 38.7% shooting for Covington Catholic, whereas Madison Central shooting 60.7%. Central taking advantage of a lot of open looks, and that's created by the double teaming of Jake Feldhaus, who right now in the first half, 7 points, 7 rebounds, but he's done a great job of finding his open teammates, only listed for 2 assists, but a lot of the times the way he is just drawing defenders in, creating those open shots for his teammates.
Well, Madison Central has 28 shot attempts, and I'm going to guess that something involving him has created at least 15 of those attempts. One way or another, it's been about Jake Feldhaus.
It's a very balanced attack for the Indians, led by Luke Asher, the senior, having a great performance thus far. 6 of 8 from the field, 13 points there. 6 points for Will Richardson, knocking down a pair of threes. 4 points for Cam Steele, who had a couple of good moves to get around on the defense of McGillis. 2 points for Joe Powers, 7 points for Feldhouse. Talked about that. And Burton, 8 points, but 0 of 4 from the three-point line. You would expect his shots to start falling eventually as well.
Absolutely.
On the other side for Covington Catholic, 10 points for one of the top scorers in the program history, McGillis. 10 points, 5 of 10 from the field for him, and a very balanced attack for them. They've had 7 different guys put the ball in the basket, but just not enough putting that ball there right now, and that's been the biggest difference through the first half.
Well, I feel like the Madison Central's size has really played a part in this. Just getting a hand up without fouling. The shots looked a little bit rushed by Covington Catholic. They look just a little out of rhythm, and the arch is a little bit off because of the arm length. So I think the size of Central's been the biggest key in this game so far.
Indians lead 40-26. It's been a fun first half, and we thank you for hanging out with us here on the Gillum Sports Lounge and Gillum's Island halftime show. You know the old movie or the old TV show Gilligan's Island? Well, Gillum's Island's kind of a little play on that. Take the 3-hour tour. Stop in there for some great food and great specials at Gillum's Island. You can like them on Facebook, and as always, the great Gillum Sports Lounge over in the Richmond Mall. We'll come back for the second half in 2 minutes, a 2-minute commercial break, folks. You don't want to miss what's coming up next right here on WBON TV.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We all have dreams. For some, it might be playing professional baseball like Keenan Wiley, former Madison Central baseball player, did. For others, maybe it's just dreaming of your forever home. Well, after a career of playing the game that he loved, now Keenan has another dream, helping you find that dream home. Check out the new development at Crutcher Pike Estates here in Richmond. Like Keenan Wiley Real Estate on Facebook, and let Keenan help guide you through the process of finding your dream home in Central Kentucky. On WBON TV, and a pretty good tune-up for the postseason where you can catch every game of the 44th District Tournament right here on WBON TV. It's the Interior Solutions by ICL 44th District Tournament coming your way next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And Blaine, you and Jeff Tate will have the call from the 56th District Tournament. We'll have all of the girls' games from there on V99.3 FM WIRV, and all the boys' games from that tournament on 100.7 The Coyote. That's coming up next week, Monday through Thursday over in Lee County. It's a great time to be a high school basketball fan in Kentucky.
Well, we've had a great time in the 56th District. I'll tell you, it is a fun district tournament.
Well, I think anybody that follows high school hoops probably has heard of Corey Flinch. And we had 53 points last night for the Lee County Bobcats, and it'll be fun to see how they go on a run or a potential run in the 56th District. Will Richardson will start things off in the second half with a long three. Couldn't get it to fall. Now it's in the hands of Feldhouse, who spins in the lane and draws the foul. There'll be 2 free throws coming up for Jake to start the third quarter, and Grayson Burton took a shot there. Might have been from his own teammate.
I think so. There's bodies everywhere. Feldhouse can create a little carnage in the lane.
Oh, it looks like a head-on collision sometimes between him and whoever's defending him. I mean, you know, if you've seen Seneca Driver, the tight end / big man inside for Boyle County,
Yes.
I would love to see him and Feldhaus just play one-on-one. I mean, it would be an impressive just display of athleticism between those two guys.
A bloodbath as he misses the first free throw.
Jake again shooting 6 free throws a game, 70% from the line on the season. 11th region player of the year. Splits a pair to start the third quarter. It's a 15-point lead as Covington Catholic gets their first possession of the second half. McGillis out to Harney. He'll drive in. Now it's in the hands of Bradshaw. McGillis going to work around Feldhaus. Oh, what a move. Missed the shot. Bradshaw got the rebound and able to find Stava for 2. Indians have got to find a way to kind of get back into that rhythm they had throughout the first half. Asher had it poked away. A lot of times, Blaine, you know, when you're in a rhythm like they were, you don't even want to go to the locker room. Let's just stay out here and try to keep that momentum and that rhythm that we had. Because you go in there, you sit in the locker room, you hear, listen to coach, maybe kind of just relax for a bit, and then you got to come back out and do it all over again.
Never know what happens in the psychology of a locker room.
Here's a baseline drive for Stava, and Cam Steele had his back turned to him, but is still going to be whistled for the personal.
It'll be the first free throw for Covington Catholic 1 minute into the third period.
Yeah, and honestly, Covington Catholic, they had 31 shots in the first half, 10 of those from beyond the arc, but even their 2-point shots, a lot of them were kind of fade away in between the 3-point line and the block. So a lot of their jump shots, they weren't really attacking the rim, and when they did, McGillis was just getting around defenders and laying it in.
Central doing a great job making the shots miss or blocking the shots and not fouling.
Oh, what a pass as Feldhaus tried to feed it to Asher. It'll go out of bounds and over to the Colonels. Off of Luke, and it will be Covington Catholic basketball down by 12. You know, a lot of times folks will look at the numbers and say, well, Covcath didn't shoot a free throw in the first half. Well, you know, again, it was how they played in the first half and some good defense from Central that kind of led to that. Great defense there by Burton. McGillis thought he was fouled, no whistle there, and Grayson will find Cam Steele. Cam going to find a little crease, lay it off to Richardson, work it over to Luke Asher. Luke finds a little breathing room, gets inside. The top scorer thus far in the evening for the Indians adds to his total. Asher now up to 15 points.
He's deceptively good, isn't he?
Oh, what a shot as Harney got a good look at it, couldn't knock it down, and now Feldhaus going to be called for the foul. That's really, you know, Burton and these other guys are important, but you can't have Jake getting foul trouble. He just does so much, and on this side of the ball, he draws so much attention. You have to have him on the floor.
Yes, I agree. He's so far in this game has been the absolute difference. I was looking there. They called for a towel. I've seen more games where they couldn't find a towel in the gym this year than ever.
That's going to be a foul on Burton as he ran through the screen.
He just basically plowed through that screen.
So now Central up to 3 team fouls already, not even 2 minutes into the third quarter. That could be something to pay attention to as the Colonel's pretty good foul shooting team. McGillis around Burton. Kicks it out. Now Stava for 3. No good, and Feldhaus there to grab the rebound. Another open look for Covington Catholic that was not able to be capitalized on. Burton will pick and roll action with Jake Feldhaus, who spins in the lane, and there's a whistle and a foul. Second team foul on Covington Catholic.
It's on Stava.
Yeah, Stava giving up a good 6 inches to Jake Feldhaus.
At least.
And he has hung in there, though. Give him credit. He has been so physical with Jake tonight. They lob it into Feldhaus. Asher now into Steele on the left wing. Cam drives it into the lane. Kicks it out to Richardson. Asher feeding Feldhaus inside. There comes the double team. Wide open layup for Steele. And another assist for Feldhaus. Great cut by Steele.
Even if it's not an assist from Feldhaus, eventually there's a shot created because of that.
Bounce pass to Bradshaw inside. Open look for McGillis. Good closeout from Steele. Forced a tough shot. And Feldhaus another rebound. Came all the way from the top of the key to grab that rebound. And then Bradshaw takes it away from Asher. Asher a little loosey-goosey with it. And now it's an open three for him. Able to knock it down. Asher grabs the rebound. Steele going to slow it down. Cam with 6 points tonight. He has played spectacular on both sides of the ball. Here's Asher. Over to Richardson. Will to Steele. Open three. Good! Steele.
Steady, isn't it?
9 points tonight, just playing his role. And the lead up to 19 for Madison Central.
Biggest lead of the game.
Myrick. Up top, it's Harney. He'll spin in the lane. Oh, good defense from Asher, but a tremendous move as Harney forced his way inside and able to finally help Covington Catholic in that cold spell. Indians back with it. It's Feldhaus to Steele. Swing it over to Richardson. In the corner, Luke Asher, Stava, and Feldhaus both hit the deck, and it's going to be a foul on Stava.
He is just beating Feldhaus to death.
You know, and I can appreciate the physicality.
What he's trying to do, I agree.
Yeah, both guys hit the deck, and more often than not, the call is going to go to the offensive player there. But what you are doing is trying to wear Feldhaus down. You be physical with him and in hopes of just trying to tire him out some. Steele will bring it in to Richardson. Will gets a screen from Feldhaus. Swing it over to Asher. Baseline drive for Luke. Kick it to Burton. Grayson's been cold. No more. Grayson Burton dialing it up from the corner and knocking down the triple. Bradshaw with a quick answer on the other end.
Central just got lost on transition in that particular set.
51-33. 18-point advantage for Madison Central. Will Richardson to Burton. Indians, a big lead here in the third quarter, but you can't rest now. Got to keep the pedal to the metal here if you're Madison Central. Feldhaus, baseline drive, spin move in the lane. 53-33, a 20-piece advantage for Madison Central here on their home floor on senior night, taking this one a little bit more personal after 13 straight losses to Covington Catholic, and the #1 team in the state coming in here tonight, and they have not been able to match the physicality of the Indians.
Jake Thielen's really trying to pump it up right now. He's trying to get him to be more aggressive.
McGillis, double team, just keeps his dribble alive and got into the lane where he draws the foul.
It'll be the fourth team foul. So from this point forward in the third quarter, Covington Catholic will be shooting 2, and that is huge.
Yeah, and if you're the Colonels, you want to keep going inside. Force Central to have some contact on you. McGillis fade away. Can't get it to fall. Got his own rebound. He'll work it over. Now into the hands of Geyser. McGillis ends up back with it again with Richardson defending. At the free throw line, great defense from Will. Stava to Myrick. Myrick's been quiet tonight. Dancing around with it. Still right there on him. Myrick just too good. Got deep in his bag and able to find the open jumper. 53-35, 2.5 to play in the third quarter. Still picked up his dribble, got into some trouble, finds Feldhaus on the wing. Draws the double team, and the ball was deflected. It'll stay with the Indians. And yeah, I think both teams, the physicality from both, starting to wear them down a little bit, Blaine.
There are a lot of people with their arms on their knees right now, I can tell you.
Yeah, I'm tired just from watching it here.
Intensity level really high. Central's defense has just been incredible.
Feed inside to Feldhaus. Jake forces his way in and able to knock it in off the glass. Right back to a 20-point Indians lead. McGillis Gets in the lane, reverse, little finger roll, and he is so smooth with it.
He's so crafty in the paint. He just kind of dribbles around until he finds, he's real strong, until he finds a seam.
Burton, back-to-back long ones for Grayson Burton. Largest lead thus far. It's a 21-point Madison Central advantage. McGillis blocked from Richardson. Indians looking for more. It's Steele. Trying to find Burton again. Jake says, I'll take it. Step back. Feldhouse, three.
Surely not.
Too hard, but man, the roof would have exploded if that one had went down. Myrick, his shot won't go. Feldhouse with the rebound. Hits the deck. Outlet to Asher. Luke on the attack. Had it poked away. Stolen away by Myrick. Long pass up the floor. McGillis, open three. Puts it in. You can really tell it now. Everybody's, hey, let's slow the pace down a bit. Minute 6 to play. Christian Lawson will check in for the first time tonight at the next dead ball. Steele misses the layup. It's in the hands of McGillis again. And Covington Catholic on the attack. Myrick, quick three. Unable to get it to fall, and a loose ball underneath, and that'll be free throws for Dylan Courtney as Asher will pick up the foul. I think Lawson will be coming in for Feldhouse. Want to try to get him a breather in this final 51 seconds. As
Madison Central's only played 6, and I believe Will Richardson may be the only player that's come out.
Steele had a break in the first half. Powers and Lawson are both set to check in, so a couple of guys will head on over to the bench for this final minute of the third quarter. Feldhouse appears to be one of the guys checking out, as the first free throw from Courtney comes off, and Luke Asher will also head over to the bench. So Lawson and Powers, along with Cam, Steele, Burton, and Richardson for the final 51.3 of the third quarter.
See if Madison Central chooses to get one shot here. Both student sections, I would guess, I don't know, probably 300 students maybe in one.
Between the two of them, for sure. Yeah, Central's got a whole section to themselves, and Covington Catholic brought a pretty good crowd as well. Richardson to Steele. Indians want to try to hold for the final possession here. 17-point lead, but love to nurse it going into the fourth quarter. As Richardson at the Indian logo. Picked up his dribble in a bad spot. Burton comes to relieve some pressure. McGillis takes the match up there. 20 seconds to play in the third. Steele. And we got a whistle and a blocking foul called against Geyser. And that's at the fourth or fifth team foul. Fourth team foul on Covington Catholic. So they've still got one foul to commit before the Indians get free throws. The next time Covington Catholic fouls, Central will shoot 2. Steele with Geyser defending. Gets it over to Powers. Back to Steele. Cam bounces off. Lays it off for Burton. Grayson back to Steele. In the corner, Lawson for 3. In and out. Courtney's got it. He'll heave one up. Comes off. Tough Cats had 3 good looks to end all 3 quarters. One of them went. That one didn't go. And the Indians take a 17-point lead into the fourth quarter. Can they hold on? We'll find out when we come back, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're coming your way again on the WBON TV.
Hey! Oh my gosh, your husband is so hot. I know. No, like really hot. I know.
We've got to call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Is your AC unit not cooling? Call Joseph's Heating and Air. Your experts in fast, reliable AC maintenance and repair. They'll keep you cool when it matters most. Proudly serving Richmond, Lexington, and surrounding areas. Don't sweat it. Call Joseph's Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Gwen from Gwen's Fine Jewelers, and we would love to invite you into our family-owned business.
Select from our beautiful Valina designs, Carissa designs, or we can custom design your dream ring. Gwen's Fine Jewelers is your exclusive Kendra Scott boutique in Richmond. Special financing options available, on-site jewelry repair, and layaway. Find your dream ring at Gwen's. Gwen's Fine Jewelers, where dreams come true.
We're back to begin the fourth quarter in Richmond. Blaine Plick, Michael Watkins here with you, and Thus far, Blaine, Madison Central keeping the number 1 ranked team in the state at bay. What a 3 quarters it's been for the Indians thus far.
Well, they average, Covington Catholic averages 82 a game. They've got 41 points right now. So you have to credit Central's defense. My son Kobe just asked me if we could find a way to slip in. They just tased Ryan to the broadcast.
I don't know if we can get one of them in or not, but we'll see what we could do. 58-41 to start the 4th quarter. Myrick double teamed, and he'll draw a quick foul. So not a great start to the 3rd as they count it, or they give it to Burton. And that is the 3rd foul on Grayson thus far. Nope, scratch that, just his 2nd foul. Indians have 3 guys in double figures, and Cam Steele, who's got 9. That 3 falls for McGillis, and the lead down to 14. Covcats got a little bit of momentum there to end the 3rd quarter, and they'll add to that with a triple to start the 4th, and the closest they've been in quite some time.
Definitely
Central
picked up the aggression.
They have, and they've had to. Steele open, kicks it over to Feldhouse. Jake draws the double team, spins away from it. Man, just too big. Too big inside. Jake Feldhouse with another basket, give him 12 points, or make it 14 points to go along with 12 rebounds thus far for Feldhouse. And now Powers called for the foul as McGillis will go to the free throw line.
It's just amazing. McGillis will just, Covington Catholic does a great job with their spacing, and they obviously understand what McGillis is going to do. He will just dribble until he finds space. He's so strong with the ball, and eventually he ends up with a shot attempt on every possession. If he wants to get a shot off, he can get it off.
McGillis, an 80% free throw shooter, just shoots it 4 times a game. 105 of 131 on the season coming into tonight, and unable to get that one to fall.
I would have thought he'd had more attempts than that.
Steele to Powers. Indians lead it by 16. Looking inside to Feldhouse. Back to Steele. Harney defending there. Cam has played such a good ball game at that point guard position. Asher back over to Powers. They try to feed it inside to Feldhouse. Draws the double team. Kicks it out to Steele. Wide open. Why not? It's not going to go this time, man. That was a great look. It looked good from here. Hits the back rim and comes out. McGillis at the other end misses the layup. Asher, good job to kind of catch him at the last moment, and then Feldhouse draws the foul, claiming he was going up for 2. I don't think they'll give this one to him, though, Blaine. We'll see.
I don't know. They've kind of extended that rule more like they do it in the NBA now, but
it is 2
he
shots.
did give him 2.
Wow.
Coach Jake Thielen didn't say a word, so he must have agreed.
So Feldhouse at the stripe for 2. Misses the first. He's pretty much been 50% every time tonight.
He's just played so hard, his legs have to be tired.
4 of 7 now at the stripe for Feldhouse, and going to tighten up the sneakers as he digs in for foul shot number 8 on the evening.
That must have been what was wrong. The sneakers weren't
a little loose. There you go. It worked.
Start breathing out of his eyelids.
Do you remember the shoes that used to be able to pump up like that? I can't remember who had them, but
I think it was Reebok.
Myrick slowly dribbles up into a 3. Missed it, but a long rebound to Bradshaw. McGillis will cross over. Got Powers up in the air, and we'll go back to the free throw line. Again, he is so good. And Powers stuck right there with him, but a great head fake. Got the defender up in the air, and a pair of free throws coming up again for McGillis. 3rd team foul now against the Indians.
With only 6:08 to go, too, that could be a big factor. I think if you're Central, once you get down around that 4, maybe even the 5-minute mark, you might want to employ the Al McGuire theory, where you run it down to the next even minute before you start your offense.
McGillis makes the first. The bad part about that is you kind of get out of your rhythm to where if Covcath was to make a run, it's hard to get back into.
You're right.
But, you got to try whatever you can to hold off the number 1 ranked team in the state, who has lost only 1 time. That was to Louisville Male back in December, coming into this one. Steele.
Covcath straight man the whole game, and they haven't really jump trapped yet.
Burton swing it over now in the hands of Steele on the left wing. Fitted inside to Feldhouse. Again, draws the double team. Steele right back down to Jake. Swing it over to Asher. Luke's been quiet in the second half after a tremendous first half. Feldhaus hits the deck, and 2 more free throws coming up for the 11th Region Player of the Year.
I've seen him play live several times this year, Michael, but I believe this is the hardest I've seen him play.
Yeah, I mean, he took this one
he had something
personally.
To prove
I mean, you look at, that you look at that list of all the Region Player of the Years. There was 5 or 6 of them that Jake has gone up against this year. McGillis just adding to that list. He faced Ryan Davidson from North Laurel, a couple of kids out of the Louisville area. So this Central team has not shied away from anybody. They've played an absolute brutal schedule.
It has. And 26-3, right?
Yeah, lost to Lexington Catholic last week.
Woodford County, and
I think it was it St. X or
St. X?
St. X, yeah. So
3 losses on the year. With that schedule, that's amazing.
62-46, 16-point Central lead. Here's a 3 put up and in. Nice shot by Harney. 62-49. So Indians lead it by 13, but you can feel a run coming from the Colonels. Steele slows it down over to Burton. Richardson swings it back to Steele. They'll get it inside. Feldhaus driving baseline. Count the basket and a foul. Jake Feldhaus taking over here early in the 4th, pushing the lead back to 15, and a chance for 16 here again on the Interior Solutions by ICL Replay. Interior Solutions, I tell you what, if you were like me and kind of got tired of looking at your floor with the snow prints and everything on it, they've got some great deals going on right now. You can check them out online, like their Facebook page. They're giving away some concert tickets right now to see Train live in concert coming up this summer. You can check out their Facebook page for the details there as the Indians get another stop and trying to add to a 16-point lead. Richardson picked up his dribble, has to kick it out to Steele near midcourt. Cam driving in, finds Asher, who couldn't handle the entry pass. And Covington Catholic back the other way. If you're the Colonels, you got to get going now. Myrick able to get inside for 2.
Let's see if Covington Catholic starts running and jumping right here. It's a little more gambling. Still not.
Get it over to Feldhaus. Courtney takes the matchup.
They use Feldhaus to bring it up quite a bit. Which normally it's going to be a matchup where he's a lot quicker than the opponent. But Covington Catholic's using smaller players to guard him.
Burton draws the foul. It'll be 2 free throws coming up for Grayson. First free throws coming up for Burton tonight. 65-51, 4:07 to play. Indians trying to hold off the Colonels.
The one thing you didn't want to happen has not yet happened tonight, Mike. You want to make sure everybody stays free of injury. It's the only thing about playing a game of this intensity and magnitude this late in the year.
With how hard they've played, I mean,
it's unbelievable.
You have guys like McGillis and Bradshaw and Feldhaus and Burton. I mean, Asher, they have seen very little to no rest thus far tonight. 66-51, Burton making it a 15-point Indians lead halfway through the 4th quarter in Richmond. Myrick dancing around with it again, trying to get around Burton. McGillis, deep 3, way short. And Asher able to grab that rebound.
That's a good rebound. That was a hard catch. That ball ricocheted off.
Steele to Burton. Central can kind of take their time here. Nurse this lead and try to end the regular season with a tremendous victory.
Steele limping around there. I hope just a head-on knee. I don't know what happens when you hit and maybe cramping actually. When you hit your knee head-on, something happens. You feel like you're going to die. I don't know if it's a nerve or.
It's just something definitely uncomfortable. Steele makes the first. What a game for this young man on senior night, now in double digits. And his defense has been impressive tonight as well.
So solid. Never turns it over. Never takes a bad shot. Solid on defense.
11 points for Cam Steele. We talked about it in the pregame. You need those role players to get you about 15 or so. Cam's almost gotten that himself. Myrick fouled by Burton. And we might see a parade to the free throw line here in the final 3.5 minutes.
You got a few people actually leaving that must feel like this game's under control. 17-point lead, 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Free throw from Myrick drops. They'll start the buses chant.
That's a good one.
It is. I'll tell you what, it's not not as cold outside as it has been, but it might not be a bad idea. Here's Luke Asher going to cross over, get around Bradshaw, lay it off to Burton. Now back in the hands of Steele, and he'll set the offense up with 3:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Indians lead by 16. Richardson.
Both teams are in the penalty, by the way.
Loose ball. There's a turnover by Steele. And a tough shot. McGillis. Great defense by Richardson. Blocked! Grayson Burton came in from behind to swat that one away.
What about the hustle by Will Richardson?
Right here it is. You can see Will behind the play, able to get back and just force McGillis into a tougher shot. And then Burton came back in with the swat. The defense has been the key tonight for Madison Central, and they force a turnover here. Dipping under 3 minutes to play, Madison Central on their way to maybe their biggest win of the year. Feldhaus backs it off over to Asher. Luke hanging. Man, a tough shot. Almost got it to fall. Myrick able to get that rebound. Bounce pass stolen away by Steele. Outlet to Asher. Luke lays it in.
Too tired to dunk it, I'd say.
Little icing on the cake for the Indians. McGillis swings it out to Harney. He'll drive baseline. Missed the layup. Battle for it, and Feldhaus going to be called for a foul. Jake will pick up the personal.
Foul on the Indians, number 20, Jake Feldhaus.
Yeah, you can see Luke there.
At the line, for the Colonels, number 2.
Dunked it earlier in the game. Off 2 feet. I think he just is tired. I don't know if the video can parlay how hard both teams are playing.
Yeah, but it's been impressive.
One of the most physical games that I've seen this year, and I've seen a whole lot of basketball games.
Yeah, and I think Coach Thielen's decided to pull the plug. Myrick and McGillis check out for the Colonels. Harney makes the free throw. 54 points for Covington Catholic, well off of their average on the season. Feldhaus with Stava defending. Lay it off to Steele. And Central just taking their time here. Want to work this clock and count it as a victory over the #1 ranked team in Kentucky. Steele dribbling it out near midcourt again. Swing it over to Burton as the Indian chant begins. The Pep section, they have been rough and rowdy since the get-go. One of the best Pep sections in the state. Asher, 3. Not this time, and Covington Catholic with the rebound.
I don't think Coach Feldhaus was too happy with that shot. I've seen that look before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Burton will draw the foul, and there's free throws coming up for the Colonels, and Alan Feldhaus with a little shout down to Asher under the basket. What a showing by the Indians.
16-point lead, 1:25 to go. That's very impressive.
Stava makes the first.
Checking in for the Colonels, number 5, Carson Cody.
It's one of those games you need an ice bath after the game.
Yeah. That for us you're talking about, or for them?
Yeah, even for us. My voice needs an ice bath.
Stava puts them in, man. 70-55.
I wonder if Madison Central would catapult to the #1 spot in the RPI. Well, I need to make sure to tell you that Danny Wood is creating a new RPI.
Okay,
He's going to use astrology. Said math is overrated. we're looking forward to the revealing of that.
Steele over to Asher. Luke and the Indians going to get their biggest win of the season, and they've knocked off some really good teams throughout the year. A couple of wins over Frederick Douglass, a couple of big wins up in the King of the Bluegrass, but knocking off the #1 ranked team in the state in the final game of the regular season by double digits. Pretty impressive as the seniors get that curtain call everybody loves to have. Powers and Lawson, along with some of these other young guys, checking into the ball game.
4 seniors in the starting lineup for the Central Indians.
22, David Flores. Number 5, Jeffrey Harrison. Number 31.
Jagger Ham along with Jeff Hairston. And number 22, that's Caden Morris into the game. They come in to Hairston. Jeff over to Ham. Lawson back to Hairston. Indians just milking the final possessions here. Covcat gets to steal on a layup at the other end. Hairston up to Lawson. So we can get Christian a basket here in his final regular season game. Going to go play tied in for Georgetown College on the gridiron.
Wow.
The foul. It'll be free throws coming up for number 3. That's Geyser.
The Indians, number 5.
You know, I think you look at this Madison Central team, and from the very beginning, you knew that the 3 guys, Asher, Feldhouse, and Burton, were the 3 main pieces. But they do none of this without those role players and Powers and Steele, as those 2 guys, Lawson and Powers, now get their curtain call coming out the final time on this floor.
Well, Richardson and Steele and Powers, just they make no mistakes. They're just rock solid. So even when they're not really scoring, they're never making mistakes.
Yeah,
their defense
their defense is so impressive. Indians will knock off Covington Catholic 70-60. And that's the final verdict. It's in tonight, and it's Madison Central with a 10-point victory over the #1 ranked team in the state. And folks, when you want results that win, like the Indians have not only tonight but throughout the entire season, Blevins Law Office in Berea is where you need to go. You can like them on Facebook, find out more at Blevins Law Online. And we'll step aside, come back for the CG Bank postgame show. It'll be a fun one as we wrap things up for the final time in the regular season on WBON TV.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Wings or strips?
Wings.
No, strips. Guess I gotta flip a coin.
Famous last words.
Wings and strips.
You just can't lose with the split decision meal. Only at Lee's. Famous for a reason.
Your Lee's Famous Recipe locations are proud supporters of our local Madison County High School sports teams. Have dinner tonight before the game at Lee's Berea, just off I-75 at exit 76, or swing by Lee's Richmond, 1000 Center Drive. Since 1974, Linville Insurance has proudly served our community with values that stand the test of time: family, integrity, and service. We lead with kindness, do what's right, help others, and stay informed so you can trust us with what matters most. As a proud Shepherd Insurance partner, we offer the strength of a large agency with the heart of a local one. From business to home, auto, farm, life, and employee benefits, we are your one-stop insurance advisor. Join the Linville Insurance family and experience the difference.
Welcome in, everybody, to the CG Bank Postgame Show. CG Bank wants you to know you're taken care of wherever life takes you. Ask about cashback checking with 4% cashback on debit card purchases. You can visit cgbank.com to see more. And Blaine, what a tremendous game tonight. From start to finish, Madison Central, won't say domination, but physicality and kind of enforcing their will on Covington Catholic, outscoring the Colonels the first three quarters. Did take their foot off the gas a bit there late in the fourth, but still a 10-point victory over the number one ranked team in Kentucky, and leading it from the very jump, the most impressive thing of all.
Well, Jake Feldhouse, my goodness, he only had 19 points, but I don't know how many points he actually created during the game. But when it looked like Madison Central needed a bucket, he just found a way to power with great footwork and strength to just create offense. Really incredible. The best game I've seen him play this year, and I'm sure he's had more points in multiple games. But just looking through this, Michael, I mean, the numbers almost on everything are identical. Turnovers, rebounds, number of foul shots made and attempted, all pretty close. But Madison Central able to just force Covington Catholic into taking shots they were not comfortable with. And a lot of that was due to their size, and a lot of it was due to the effort as well.
I mean, how about this? 37% shooting for a Covington Catholic team that had lost just one time coming into the game tonight. That was way back in December. They had rolled off so many wins in a row. And not only that, they had beaten Madison Central 13 times in a row before this game tonight. But again, we talked about it in the pregame. That big game atmosphere, it felt a little bit more personal for the Indians, and they showed that tonight from the very beginning. And what a tremendous showing as we look back at some of the highlights on the Interior Solutions by ICL replays and some of the highlights from throughout the game. And, you know, you won't see the defense and the physicality here on the highlights, but that was definitely the difference.
Well, they just guarded without fouling. You know, it's something like Virginia used to do. They just guarded. They made you miss shots. You didn't have to steal the ball. Wasn't necessarily even a number of blocks or turnovers forced. It was just force the other team to take bad shots and then rebound the misses, and that's what Central did tonight.
Let's look now at our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive to victory. Jack Burford Chevrolet has the best in both new and used Chevrolets and other models in Richmond. Visit jackburford.com to see the entire inventory. And, you know, tonight it was Luke Asher who kind of set the tone. He had a tremendous first half. And right here on our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive of the game, this dunk early in the first quarter set the tone for Madison Central. They forced a steal. Feldhouse got one of his 3 assists, and Asher with that two-hand slam. Early on, setting the tone. That is our Jack Burford Chevrolet drive to victory. And an impressive performance for Asher tonight. He goes for 17 points, 7 rebounds. Feldhouse, 19 points, 13 rebounds. Those two guys dominating on the glass. They out-rebound Covington Catholic by 4 as a team. Burton, 15 points, had a quiet first half, but did a good job in that third quarter, hit a couple of big threes. And Cam Steele, he's my player of the game. I mean, our Precision Gas Plumbing, it's labeled hot player of the game. And, you know, Cam didn't light the world on fire, but his play on both ends, really a big key in this victory tonight. We're going to name Cam Steele our player of the game. If you're cold outside like it's been over the last few weeks and, of course, over the last part of the winter, you want to warm up like the Indians were tonight and like Cam Steele has been. You want to trust the experts at Precision Gas Plumbing in Berea. From gas logs to custom fireplaces or installing gas tanks, they are there for their customers. And as we go into the spring, they can come out and put together a custom like grill patio set for you. It's really impressive. Go on their Facebook page now and see some of the jobs they've done throughout the years over there in Berea. Really impressive business. It's called Precision Gas Plumbing. You can like them on Facebook for more information. I'll tell you what, folks, if you're watching us right now over on WBON TV, coming up next, it's the thriller Domestic Disturbance, starring John Travolta along with Vince Vaughn and Terry Polo. In this suspenseful drama, a divorced father begins to suspect that his ex-wife's new husband may not be the man he claims to be, and when his teenage son becomes caught in the middle, the stakes turn deadly. We'll be joining that coming up in progress at 9 o'clock, and then followed by back-to-back episodes of Forensic Files starting at 10 on Channel 9. What a performance by the Indians. They now turn their attention to the 44th District Tournament beginning on Monday. We'll have every single second of the action on WBON TV with 2 games Monday, 2 games on Tuesday, and the championships on Thursday. And Blaine, as we mentioned earlier, you guys will have the call from the 56th District Tournament between the girls' games on WIRV and the boys' games on 100.7 The Coyote. Should be a fun week next week.
Girls' games doubleheader on Monday night, boys' doubleheader on Tuesday night.
And the championships there, girls Wednesday, boys on Thursday.
That's correct.
And that's taking place over in Lee County. I'll tell you what, folks, if you were joining us tonight, huge credit to Gage Hill, our producer. It takes a lot to make me look and sound good. And it's not just the makeup and the hair. Gage does all of it. Makes me look and sound good each and every single broadcast. Shout out to him, Copeland Peterson, Landon Eads, and Garrett Stearns, our camera guys. We've got such a special crew here at WBON, and special thanks to all those guys. Blaine, thank you for joining me. Tell you what, for our first game together in a while, felt like it went pretty good, and the Indians pretty good showing for us as well.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Folks, we'll sign off. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday night, bright and early at 5:30 p.m. for our pregame coverage for that doubleheader. Thanks for having us tonight. We'll see you next time on WBON TV.